Welcome to the Blackburn Ice Arena, home of the Blackburn Hawks. Tonight I'm going to sit down with player coach Danny MacKriel. I'm going to chat to Danny about the summer he's had, the signings and the players that have left the team from last year. We'll talk about the Birmingham game which just happened with that emphatic 4-0 win. And we'll look ahead to the Telford game and the rest of the season. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Danny MacKriel, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You had a good summer?
Yeah, I'd say from what we've seen of it, as you know, as a team MacKriel or whatever, as a family. But yeah, it's been interesting and challenging, let's say.
Managed to get away or not? Or
breaks here and there, nothing massive or nothing major, but breaks here and there, which was good and much needed, really. So.
Glad to be back on the M6 then, on a Thursday night.
Oh, I've missed it so much.
I bet it's missed you as well.
Of course it has.
Yeah, so it's been a busy one. Hawks-wise, players you've signed, players that have left from last year's team.
Yeah.
Just going to talk about a few after the Birmingham game that we had last weekend. 2 new signings that scored at the weekend. RJ Barrett and Rick Bentham, obviously Rick Bentham a returnee. RJ Barrett, will start off with first. What a performance and what an opening goal.
It was a bit special, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the goal,
did it go off you, do you think? That technique, does that come from you, do you think?
I think it must have done, yeah. I think he's been watching me and he's took it on himself to try and mould his game to how I would have reacted to that situation. So.
But seriously, you put in a really good performance.
Yeah,
every pass seemed to be on the tape. He reads the game so well.
RJ's very good on the puck. Extremely good on the puck. He was difficult to knock off as well. And like I said, the first goal was something, you know, very special and obviously very difficult to do. But he made it look so easy though. Yeah. His second goal was another great shot. You know, I think it went top glove, and whether it went bar or post, and again, it's something very, very difficult to do. But taking the goals aside and moving those out of the way a little bit, his all-round game was very, very good as well. So, you know, he definitely put in a shift on Sunday night. So that was pleasing to see. Rick Bentham, his goal was another one that was quite spectacular, really. He took his goal, but again, if you take the goal away, I thought his work rate was excellent. I thought his work rate was really, really good. A couple of things that, you know, I'd like to work on throughout the game from his point of view, but all round again, I thought his team display and effort was exceptional. So.
You talked about Rick's work effort that you saw through the game and his ethic towards it. In his celebration, he turned towards the travelling fans and, you know, grabbed the shirt kind of thing emphatically. Can you see it watching him at training game? He's really happy to be back here.
Yeah, I think he is, and well, I know he is. He said that, you know, he was looking forward to coming back to Blackburn and proving a point to some people that may have doubted some of the things that he's done in the past or signing for the Hawks, but. He really has impressed me. A lot of the lads have, to be fair. I think the majority of players, really, obviously everybody does work hard, but Rick stood out. He's got that quality about him, don't get me wrong, but his work ethic is really up there with the best of them. So.
And there's been a few faces, obviously I just mentioned there, we just touched on a couple. Are you happy with the team you put together over the summer?
It's not bad, yeah.
It's not bad. It was not a bad start to the season though, was it? I don't think it could have gone much better, really. Put an analysis of the performance, really.
No, I think in the first 10 minutes of the first period, it was very nip and tuck between the two sides, a lot of hustle and bustle and not a lot of quality. I think for the first opening game of the season.
Their rustiness.
Yeah, and you're going to get that in hockey games. You're not going to get 3 perfect 20 minutes, but then I think we took control after those 10 minutes throughout the whole game, really. Second period we ran into a bit of penalty trouble, which is usual for a Blackburn team, isn't it, really? It's something that we need to address. And again, the third period we scored another good goal, and very much so I think we fully deserved the win, really. I think if anything it could have been at least another 3 or 4 goals on top. So.
Well, it was a very worth-round trip for all the fans that went up. Quite a few fans went up.
Yeah,
I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, fantastic.
And obviously we were sat where the lads are coming off the ice and we get a good round of applause from you lot, which is always nice to see. What's it kind of like being involved with a team
of Hawks that have not got the financial backing like the likes of Manchester Phoenix and that, but yet we bring in a bigger fan base as such and a more of a away support.
Yeah, it gives all the players a massive lift, like you wouldn't believe until you actually experience it. Come the end of the game, the lads are absolutely buzzing, and a lot of people say, oh, be the sixth. It is being that sixth player on the ice, and it is. It does make a massive difference. And towards the end, when everybody's clapping, cheering when you come off the ice, it is a nice feeling. It's untrue, but it's really hard to describe until you've actually done that. But the support that we get from the fans, home and away, is very much appreciated by obviously myself and all the players. So.
At the weekend, and again at the challenge weekend we had 2 weeks ago, you chose to be a bench coach rather than the player coach role. Is that something we might see quite a lot this season, or kind of play it by ear, see how it goes?
I think we'll see how it goes for now. I think firstly, I don't think I've picked myself over any of the players. I think they've done a good job so far. But if there's suspensions, injuries, or if I think we need to tweak little pieces here and there, then that's the time. But if we can develop the younger core group into a better hockey player, then that's the name of the game really for us now. So.
At the weekend as well, another performance that stood out with a lot of the fans was Matt Viney. Can you share what Matt Viney had for breakfast that day? Because he put in one heck of a performance on the ice.
No idea. I wouldn't like to comment either and make joke of what Vinny had for breakfast, but he was phenomenal. I sent Vinny a message actually, I think it was the day or two after, and said that was the best game I've ever seen him play since returning back to Blackburn. And he was just full of confidence. He looked sharp. He looked really sharp in practice. So you knew there's a performance like that coming from him. And the challenge really for Vinny is to perform like that week in, week out, so he can dictate on his line, control the game, and really run the show from the middle, really. So
it's the small, obviously it's the goals at the end of the day that win the games, but it's the small things that he was doing on Sunday that made the big difference.
Oh, he's so good in
battles.
Yeah, he's so good in the corners. It's untrue. I mean, he's very good down low, cycling the puck. Again, another player whose work rate's phenomenal. You can never fault him for that. So now we just need him to do that every week. Not just one game here, one game there. He needs to be switched on for every single game, like everybody else, really. But it was good to see that such a high performance from Vinny. Really, it was pleasing.
And looking at the lines that you were using at the weekend, the second line of forwards I noticed was Jordan Bannon, Rick Bent and Ben Simister. To have them three players, the calibre and the level of, or the quality they have on your second line must be very reassuring from a coach's point of view.
Yeah, it is, and it was one of the major things that I wanted to address really after taking charge is that the secondary scoring last year needed to improve to this year. So obviously adding Rick to the lineup and pairing him with Jordan and putting Ben in the mix as well. We think that's as good a second line as you're going to see throughout the league, really. So it's good to have in your armoury. So. And
we've got a lot of EPL experience as well. It seems to be building year on.
Yeah, definitely. And that can only rub off on the rest of the boys, really. So I mean, there's still some players in there that want to play EPL. There's a few players in there that could have played EPL this year but have chose to stay at Blackburn, which says a lot, I think, for the hockey club. And it's good to have that around the dressing room. So.
Dan, you started at the weekend as well.
Yeah.
After being on holiday, I think it was, for the opening weekend.
Yeah. Where
Stewie stepped between the pipes and played very well.
Yeah.
Dangy's come in and done the same on Sunday. Difficult situation to be in, or do you relish it? Which one do you choose?
I'd rather have this decision to make based on the performances of both Dangy and Stu, rather than one not performing and one performing. Yeah. If that makes sense. It's going to be a difficult choice for Sunday, but we'll see how they both are in practice tonight. I've got kind of an inkling on who's going to start on Sunday, but quite confident in whoever that you put in, either Dangy or Stu, that they're going to give their all and be the best goalkeeper that they can be. I think we've got the best net-minded duo in the league. So it would be a bit of a headache, really.
A good headache though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Not
Definitely, like I said, whoever goes in, they've got the full confidence of me and full confidence of the team. So, got an idea of who might start, but that could all change come 12 o'clock tonight.
Are they both quite open and honest with you, as if to say one of them was walking in and say, "Look, I felt a bit rough in training. I think Dangy or Stuart, the opposite, should start."
Yeah, they are. They're an honest bunch. I think Dan will be the first one to tell you if he doesn't feel right to start. I think Stu wants to start every game as well, and we spoke in the summer, and he expressed that he wanted to be a number one keeper, and rightly so, given his ability. And the gauntlet's laid down for him now to challenge Dango all the way. So it's just going to be who's training better, who's playing better, who's going to get the start, really. So it's an interesting little internal battle that we've got going on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Obviously, the first competitive home game in the league against Telford, where you're from. Bit of a different team than what we saw a couple of years ago. So they dropped down and come back up, and they've rebuilt.
Yeah,
but they're looking strong. Are you
they look
optimistic?
good. In fairness, they look very good. I think there'll be a lot of young players in there. I've coached quite a few of the juniors that have come through now playing seniors, and they're good junior hockey players. And no doubt they'll be good senior hockey players. The club, since when I left Telford, the club's gone a massive transformation in terms of the ownership wise, so that there's been a fair bit of money put into this club, and now they're seeing that, and I think they'll be a very well drilled team, very fast skating forwards. They'll be organised at the back with a very, very good young goalkeeper, so it's going to be a battle. That I think they'll be there or thereabouts next season, to be fair. I rate them that highly. So again, we'd have to be on our game to get 2 points.
The whole of the league itself is looking like any of the teams can make the top 4 of the playoffs.
Oh, it's
shown at the weekend with Whitley taking 2 points off Solway.
Definitely, it's massive, and we'll say it now and we'll say it throughout the whole of the year. You have to be on your game each and every game that you play, and you can't take a night off. And if you do take a night off, you'll end up losing, unfortunately. And we just need to make sure we really look after ourselves in terms of worry about ourselves and not about what the opposition are going to bring. We know we've got quality on the team. We know other teams have got quality, but we'll concentrate about the way in which that we're going to go about our business. So.
And lastly, before I let you go for training tonight, do you think your beloved Burnley can return to the Premier League?
It's a tough one. If you'd asked me this time last week, Umdenard maybe be there or thereabouts. I think we've got the capabilities of making the playoffs. Joey Barton's come in, Andre Gray's come in. Sean Dyche is obviously a very, very good manager. So I think we'll be there or thereabouts. But yeah, it should be an interesting division.
Do you get a bit of stick off any of the local lads? The Blackburn fans, like Chris and Ollie?
Not anymore, no, because Burnley are obviously the biggest team in Lancashire now. So it's that Burnley have got the bragging rights. I'm taking my dad to watch Burnley actually on Saturday, so that'll be nice. But no, there's no stick there because they've got nothing to give. So it's all about me giving them grief and.
How it should be.
And loving it, really, well. Yeah, loving it.
Anyway, thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
We'll let you get off the training, and we'll best luck with the start of the season, and we'll catch you again in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, super. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.